Hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to today's cooking show here from Moley, 16A Wigmore Street, Central London, where we'll be doing a recipe which is going to be done with a slight twist. It's the SHA Tofu Saute with a twist. Now, the reason why I say it's with a twist is because today we're going to show you how customizable and adaptable our recipes are, where you can actually use other ingredients in your fridges that you feel that you can use as part of the recipe, which eliminates obviously waste from the fridges because you're utilizing ingredients that you already have. So it's a very, I'm going to show you how this particular recipe can be customizable, and we'll show you the whole process. So let me check if there's any questions on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. Nothing at the moment, but do have your comments coming through. If there's any questions that you want to ask during this live feed, please do ask questions. I'll try and answer them as best as I can. If it's a technical question, I'll refer it to the technical department or the commercial team. We have a contact us page on our website, so please do visit www.moley.com and go via our contact us page and get in contact with us with any questions, any recipes, or anything you'd like to know a bit more about Moley. So let's go straight into the recipe. We're going to be doing SHA Tofu Saute with a twist. So here you'll see on your screens there the image of our tablet, which holds our recipe library. We have 50 recipes in our library at the moment, which is increasing every month. And the information on each recipe is shown in terms of the actual ingredients required and also the weight of each ingredient. Also the equipment that's required to make this particular recipe, and also nutritional facts as well on the actual recipe itself. Now this one's very low in sodium, which is your salt intake. Is a very low calorie recipe, very healthy, very nutritional. It's only 0.56 grams of salt, and very low in the carbohydrate and fat and protein. So, well, high in protein, so because only 34 grams, which is quite good. Also, you notice at the bottom we've got get ingredients. Now this allows you to send a message to somebody's phone or your phone via MMS, WhatsApp, or even email, and that allows you to get fresh ingredients. But as I said, today's recipe is going to be with a twist. We're going to be using ingredients that are already in the fridge, and there's no need to go out and get these fresh ingredients because these ingredients are fresh in from my fridge because I want to utilize and not waste anything from there. So let's go to the recipe itself. Oh, sorry, by the way, there's a secondary order ingredients. Eventually we'll have a system whereby you can actually order ingredients, and that can be delivered by a local delivery company like Just Eat, Deliveroo, Waitrose, Ocado, and so on. So you can get fresh ingredients delivered to your doorstep as well. Let me just check to see if there's any further questions so far. I don't want to leave you guys hanging without answering any of the questions. So nothing on Facebook, nothing on YouTube, and let me check. Okay, nothing at the moment, which is great, but it's great to see you guys are focused into the actual presentation of this particular recipe. So let's go straight back to the tablet, and I'll show you how we load the ingredients, prepare the utensils, ready for the robotic system to start cooking. So we're going to do the robotic cook. So we start robotic cook, and here you see a very diagrammatic view of the cooking area itself, where the shelves are located, where the utensils need to be. So it's a very easy to follow process because it's done in a diagrammatic way, so it's easy for everybody to understand. Also, the containers are shown separately, so you can actually just load each ingredient by its container. So first item is the leeks. Now as I mentioned, it's a twist on this particular recipe. Now, I didn't have leeks, but I had spring onions, which are just about to go beyond the best before date. So I decided not to worry about the leeks, but I decided to use the spring onions. So now the spring onions are not going to waste. I'm actually utilizing the spring onions for this particular recipe. Onions, leeks, part of the same family, so the taste might be slightly different, but the result will be the same. So I'm going to load that into one of the container shelves, either the top shelf or the bottom shelf. You can see indicated quite clearly on the diagram. And I'm going to put it on shelf, at the bottom shelf on the far right. There we go. Second item is the shiitake mushrooms and the molten sea salt, and that's already prepped, and I'm going to be loading that on the top shelf on the far right hand side. First location. Next is going to be my confirm. Next is going to be my tofu and seaweed. Now, there's another element of this particular recipe that I changed. Now, I had, from a previous recipe, I had some wild mushrooms left. Now, wild mushrooms, the taste, again, similar to seaweed. So I decided to use my wild mushrooms instead of the seaweed. So I've used it all up and it's not gone to waste. I haven't thrown those mushrooms away. I've actually used them and utilized them in this recipe, and I'm using the wild mushrooms instead of the seaweed. So that's going to go location number 2 on the top. And I'll confirm that I've done that. Next item is the watercress and the bean sprouts, going on the top shelf in the center. Confirm. Next item is my shoyu, it's called shoyu, but that's the actual name, but it's actually soya sauce with ginger, and that will be going on the top shelf, the second from the left. There we go. Confirm. And then finally, toasted sesame seed oil. Now the sesame seed is going to be coming from a normal oil dispenser, and that's just an oil dispenser off the shelf. We also have the salt and pepper grinders standard off the shelf. We use KitchenAid accessories in terms of the spatula, spoons, and so on, and they're off the shelf as well. We manufacture the actual containers and the rest of the system. And also we use Rafoni induction pots. So this system here, this is our XR model, where we've got bamboo shelves, where we've got this very Japanese style aesthetics, and this black and gold design works very well. Now the equipment, let me just quickly check if there's any questions while I go into the next stage of the cooking process. Great to see a few people joining, that's brilliant. I'm just going to check Facebook, and I'm going to have a quick look on YouTube. Okay, no questions so far. Thanks for paying attention to the recipe. So next is if you go back to the tablet, we've got the prepare equipment, and here it's just asking me to prepare the medium pot. It's already given me a recommended location, which is the front left-hand side, and I've put that already in position, and that's good to go. So I'll confirm that's been done. And finally, the slotted spatula, which we'll be doing all the stirring and so on, is on the hook, located at number 1. So I'll confirm it's at number 1 location, and that's all done. So let's just quickly go back and confirm that the toasted sesame seed oil is also in its container at location number 1 from the left there. So there we go. So it says here now I can start cooking. Everything's loaded, everything's prepared. This recipe, SHA tofu saute with a twist, where I've utilized ingredients that are already in my fridge rather than them going to waste, is going to be used in this recipe. And it's only a slight tweak. I don't think it's going to make a huge impact on the taste of this recipe. I feel it's going to taste exactly the same, almost. And I've also, in the back of my mind, known that I've not wasted any food from the fridge. In this country, we have about 200,000 tons of food that's thrown away from our fridges. And by doing this and following these easy steps, you can make the most of all your ingredients, thus reducing the waste and helping the environment. So let's go straight into the start cooking process. You may notice in the background a voice, we have a voice notification on our system, which notifies you of each action, each process of the recipe. It's in case if you are in a different part of the room, or if you just have this going on in the background, you could be doing something else in the kitchen. At least you can hear what's going on as well as seeing the recipe being cooked. So let's start the cooking process.
Switch hob on.
There we go, you heard it switch the hob on, so we will switch the hob on. It will adjust the temperature according to the recipe. The downdraft extractor will also be activated. Now this downdraft extractor goes through a filtering system, so it's filtered and ducted through as fresh air. It can also be ducted through to a fixed duct system as well out the particular room, but at the moment we've got it on a filtered ducting system. Now the process, it's done exactly the same. The recipe is cooked exactly the same as a chef would cook this recipe. Now this is the SHA wellness cuisine from Spain. This is the very specific types of recipes designed to have a high nutrition and low calorie. So it's a very healthy wellness recipe. And we have quite a few of these collections in our recipe library. We have about 7 to 8 other SHA recipes that are, again, high in nutrition, very low in calories, so very healthy. Going to check to see if there's any questions that have come through.
Tip leaks.
So it said leeks on the tablet, so but it's the spring onions. I've substituted the leeks for my spring onions. So it will still, the system will still cook, regardless of me having to change, that I've changed any ingredients. It's not going to be a major problem. It still will cook the whole recipe, regardless of what ingredients you have. Also things like salt, and there's some salt that we have, about 2 grams of salt with the shiitake mushrooms. But if you feel that you don't want to have any salt, 0 salt at all, you can actually omit the salt from the recipe, and it will still take the container, and it will still cook regardless. So you are in full control of the recipe, and all our recipes are fully customizable, so you can really make the most of all your ingredients that may be in the fridge, so you can use it and utilize them. So I got a message in on Instagram from Infinity Isostelic. It costs a lot, but I know it's worth it. Yeah, so the cost of our systems start from 60,000 pounds, which is a standalone system called the Chef's Table. And it could go up to about 100,000 for, say, a premium level kitchen. We can integrate it into an existing, or we can just integrate it into a new design. This particular model here is the X-Air model. This is designed on a peninsula unit, and with the furniture behind, with the real wood veneer, with the vertical design stripes, the mirrored wall unit with the servo drive Blum automated opening system, and also the touch open doors. We've combined this with a Corian work surface, so The price of this, for example, is in the region of about £85,000, and that's actually the same price as a regular premium kitchen, can you believe? So we can include the robotic system into the same price as a normal premium kitchen. So definitely getting good value for money in that sense. The BM model just behind me on the right hand side, something like that is in the region of about £100,000. Again, we've done our research on the actual price of the kitchen itself, and we've sent this particular information to a lot of other kitchen companies to get an idea on price, and we know that they are also coming in at round about between 80 to 100,000 for a kitchen like that, but ours includes the robotic system. A few messages on YouTube, people saying hello. Maxi, Andres, amazing, hi. Hi, Maxi, good to see you joining on YouTube.
Tip tofu.
Just seeing if there's any further questions on Instagram.
Stir.
Okay, so we have another question in. Could it design recipes based on what we have? Yes, we can. So basically, we can, if you mean in terms of new recipes of your own, we can certainly include them into the recipe library. In terms of existing ingredients that you may have on the actual day you want to use the system to cook, you would probably have to find something that's near in terms of spice level and initial ingredient level to make those ingredients work. For example, the other day we wanted to make chana masala, which is a chickpea Asian curry dish, vegetarian dish. So we had from the previous day kidney beans left over, the red kidney beans. So instead of making chana masala, we made kidney masala. So things like that, you can certainly twist, and if you have the basis of your recipe in terms of the initial onion, garlic, and the base ingredients, you can certainly adapt any other ingredients that you may have into a new recipe on the spot. Or alternatively, if there is a recipe that you really want, you can send that in to us and we will have it on in the recipe library for you to use. So there's a couple of ways that you can have your own recipes and use your own ingredients. Smells really good, by the way, guys. This actually smells the same as the original recipe, even though this one's been made with a twist. It just absolutely smells exactly the same, and I'm looking forward to doing a little taste test to tell you guys exactly how it tastes.
Stir.
So as I mentioned, we have a showroom here on 16A Wigmore Street in central London, where we have a showroom where we can do a live demonstration of certain recipes being cooked. We can do design meetings here in the showroom. You are more than welcome to arrange an appointment, go to our website, go to our contact us page, arrange a design meeting. If you physically can't get here into the showroom, wherever you are, we can do a virtual meeting. We can carry out a meeting via Teams and talk about and discuss any design requirements and anything in relation to any potential projects. But please do, if you get a chance, come into our showroom, 16A Wigmore Street, parallel to Oxford Street. We're in the heart of London. The showroom here is one full floor of the actual showroom display, and downstairs we have our hardware, software team, and our chefs developing lots of recipes, doing lots of work in the background to further develop the product. But the product is ready. It's ready for the market. It's ready for both the residential and the commercial market. So any inquiries, please do contact us via the website. Okay, I can't see any further questions at the moment. Let's have a look. Let's do a little refresh just in case.
Take spatula.
So a question in from Samantha Camp, yes. What types of dishes can the robot cook? So the types of dishes, there are lots of different recipes from around the world. You've got Indian, Asian, Italian, lots of different recipes from different countries. And at the moment, we've got about 50 recipes from all these different regions, from lots of different famous chefs like Tim Anderson, our in-house chef, James Taylor, and lots of other well-known chefs from around the world. So we have about 50 at the moment, and we're always increasing this every month. Message in from Itzi Saba. Italian, yes, we do Italian recipes as well. I assume that's what your question is, but yes, we do Italian recipes. We do pasta pomodoro, penne alfredo. We do spaghetti bolognese. So we do a lot of pasta dishes as well. Now, just to let you know, the pasta dishes, the actual sauce and the spaghetti can be made in parallel. So the spaghetti is made at the time it's required using fresh spaghetti or fresh penne, and the sauce is made, and then the two are combined and mixed together as and when. The amount of energy it uses, say in a 1 hour operation, is only 120 watts of energy, because it meticulously turns on the pasta when it's required, turns it off when it's finished, so it doesn't leave the hob running unnecessarily. So it's very energy efficient as well, using only 120 watts of energy. And this simply plugs into 220 watts normal plug-in system, and there's no special requirements needed in terms of connection, but definitely it's a very efficient system. It's almost the same amount of energy the kitchen fridge would use, or a desktop laptop, for example. So it's a very, very efficient system. So you probably just heard in the background that the recipe is now finished, and there's an indication on the tablet that it's done. So as I promised before, I'm going to do a taste. It smells fantastic, guys, by the way, but I'm going to do a taste test. So just to tell you and prove to you guys that this is tasting as good as it should. Let's grab a spoon. Right, I'm just going to show you this, guys, the final results. There we have it. This is straight out of the pan. Absolutely beautiful. This is exactly what I'd probably receive in a restaurant. High quality meal, SHA cuisine, very low in calories and very high in nutrition. And this was actually made by the robotic system. I did not have to do anything at all. It made it from loading the fresh ingredients and even turned off the hob and told me that the recipe was finished. All I had to do was just simply take out and serve. So here we go. I'm going to do a quick taste test. See, I can see the made of a very high quality. So depending on your budget, we can more or less are able to supply you the full kitchen. Now we do all the units. You can have a high gloss finish. You can have handleless design, like you can see here, just about behind me on the black gloss. That's also handleless. We can have integrated lighting. The actual work surfaces can be either marble, which is made. You know, we can have, for example, Carrera, Crema Marfil, Alicante. You can have Patagonia from South America as a feature in your kitchen. So we can do lots of design features combined with this technology as an overall package. And but yeah, if you want to, you can either send in your details, send us the floor plan. We can do an online design meeting, or if you are in London, you can come and visit us here in the showroom, and we'll be more than happy to sit down with you and discuss your requirements and give you as much information and support as possible to make your kitchen like this with the AI state-of-the-art technology combined with premium high-level kitchen furniture and work surfaces and finishes, and to give you that whole perfect, quality kitchen look. Just going to see if there's any further questions on Instagram. I think I've answered all those on Instagram. I've answered all the ones on YouTube and Facebook. Nothing at the moment, but elsewhere all been answered. So yeah, thank you all for joining this week. Like I say, I'm going to quickly do a taste test. I can see the shiitake mushrooms, the bean sprouts, everything is perfect in there. Absolutely tastes perfect. Funnily enough, it actually tastes exactly the same as the original, even though I've tweaked a couple of ingredients in there. So I've just shown you how you've utilized food or recipes or ingredients that you have by just a bit of clever thinking and adapting it into a recipe that's already in our library, changing a few of the ingredients, making use of ingredients that would normally go to waste and therefore are great for the environment. So, hope you've enjoyed today's show. Hopefully see you in about 2 weeks' time for another cooking show where we'll be showing another recipe. And in the meantime, if you have anything or if you need to know anything, please do contact us via the website. Thank you very much and have a great weekend. Thank you.